In this episode of Walking Tours, I will explore how you can transfer between Rochor and Bencoolen MRT stations. On the MRT, the journey from Rochor to Bencoolen takes at least 14 minutes and an adult fare of up to $1.25. It involves a loop around the downtown line. Another alternative involves taking the downtown line to Little India, then the northeast line to Chinatown, and finally the downtown line again to Bencoolen. It's just a standard arrangement involving Chinatown for stations on the eastern leg of the downtown line. Indeed, there is a faster way by walking. That's supposedly the case, according to the walking map, and the journey could take a mere 8 minutes. This transfer will be less useful for moving between the two legs of the downtown line when compared to an alternative mentioned in episode 6, but it is still an option. Let's see if it will actually take only 8 minutes though. I will start with a rather boring route. If you have watched episode 6, you can pay little attention as I take the same walk to the street level via exit A of Rochor station. Now, nearing the massive intersection, rather than crossing it, I make a right turn from Rochor Canal Road to Bencoolen Street. Not much going on here as I walk along the other side of Sim Lim Square. Here, the pathway suddenly broadens a little as I pass Burlington Square. There's a little outdoor pedestrian mall that I just passed, Albert Street, which has existed in its current form for quite a long time. After passing a few shophouses, I've just casually walked past the third campus of Nanyang Academy of Fine Arts, also known as NAFA. That implies the existence of a first and second campus of the same institution. Probably nearby. We'll see. Oh, a traffic light at the intersection of Bencoolen Street and Middle Road. The nearest exit of Bencoolen is on the other side of this street, so I will have to cross diagonally to the other side.
Yeah.
You may have noticed that the sidewalk of this stretch of Bencoolen Street appears significantly larger than that earlier stretch. That is because I have just walked into the first transit priority corridor of Singapore, featuring a significant reduction in road lanes from 4 to 2, with one of them being a 24/7 bus-only lane. What can you do with all that extra road space? Plant more vegetation, broaden the sidewalk, add a bicycle lane with parking facilities, and many abstract objects, like public benches that don't look like benches. Well, this place is quite an art enclave after all, so such objects would not be out of place, especially if it is placed directly adjacent to a school with a specialization in fine arts, like the first campus of NAFA. Oh, a slight distance ahead lies the second campus, but alas, I will not be passing it. This is because I have now reached the entrance of Bencoolen Exit A. Of course, if you have watched one of the earlier episodes of walking tours involving Bencoolen, such as episode 1, you would have remembered how deep the platforms of this station are. This time, I'm entering the station from the other end, and it will be a long time before I reach the bottom. At close to 13 minutes, I finally tapped into the fare gates. This implies that the transfer may be very risky, especially if you are a slow walker or just very unlucky with the traffic lights. If you are not fast enough and exceed the 15 minutes time limit, your distance fares will be reset, which will make the journey a whole lot more expensive. Hence, this walking transfer is probably not rather worth it, unless you have a concession card or are walking from the vicinity, though it can still be done in time. Now, I'm finally at the platform level, basement 6. With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Walking Tours. This is Transit Evolution, signing off.